Hello, Radiant Soul Lights. Always great to connect with you on the soul path. I'm so honored that you have decided to spend time with me on your path. And I do appreciate all your appreciation, comments, your own insights, and letting me know how you're doing on the soul path. If you happen to be new to this community, hi, I'm Michele and welcome. I hope you find some insight, understanding, and direction for your path. In this reading, we're going to be looking at what wish is about to be granted, what dream, goal, desire is manifesting. This is a timeless reading. However, I am recording it right before the Sun-Mercury Cazimi. A very powerful time. If you look at, for me, I look at the Sun as the organizing principle of us. So it's very powerful when we have Mercury, how our mind works, how we think. And not just us individually, but the collective. The collective is in this cycle. Also, we have a very powerful lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is connecting with the South Node. So we're really connecting into that North Node, South Node axis. We also have a mutual reception with Mercury, of course, in Taurus and Venus in Gemini. So there is a lot with magnetism drawing in. There is a lot of energy around magic, symbols, being guided by messages, signs, angel numbers, premonitions. And I do feel that there is a lot that is about to manifest. Now, whenever you're getting this reading, it's perfect for you. However, I decided to tune in. Well, really, my guides decided because I was going to do another reading for this week, but this was the one that came through. As always, you can go into the description box and there are timestamps there so you can skip ahead. Each timestamp will have the card and the stone, the crystal. And I'll just go over them here, and then I'm going to do a bit of a meditation. You can hang out with me for that, or of course you can always skip ahead to the timestamp. Just really trust your intuition. I'm working with the energy of 9 here for completion and new beginnings, because eclipses bring some form of completion as well as manifestation. Since we're in a lunar eclipse, this is bringing a culmination of energy with that full moon in Scorpio. It's also highlighting the mystical aspect of life, the occult, and moving away, whether energetically or through some outer action. This also has a lot to do with intention, focusing on your intention at this time. So for each soul story that I do, we will be looking at a bit of tarot, oracle cards, astro dice. I also have my runes, my trusty runes that I love. These handmade runes, Nordic runes. And it's going to be pretty quick to the point, because the oversouls and the guides said they really want you to have this message, this information, so that you know what to focus on or align to, you know what energies to align to. All right, so this is going to be soul story number 1, which is rose quartz. Soul story number 2, this is the Lemurian crystal, quartz or quartz crystal. This is soul story number 3, lapis lazuli. Soul story number 4, which is polished quartz. Soul story number 5, Malachite. Soul story number 3 is a Pyrite Nugget. Soul story, did I say 6? Sorry. Soul story number 6 is a Pyrite Nugget. Soul story number 7 is Tiger's Eye. Soul story number 8 is a Pyrite Cube. And soul story number 9 is Turquoise. All right, as always, ways to connect with me further, and if you want to join my Soul Paths Patreon group, you're more than welcome to. We'd love to have you. The Soul Path Seeker has channeled information, and the Soul Path Journeyer tier, we meet once a month. But you can see if any of that resonates for you. We do a lot of, excuse my throat, I'm getting over a little bit of a, kind of a little frog medicine for purification. I do a lot of video courses, classes, readings. People can ask questions, channeled questions. It does help support the channel and the work that I do. And so it is appreciated when people join in. And what's really fun and enjoyable for me and really gives me a lot of great joy and just really a sense of fulfillment is the people that are in there really working on themselves and diving into advanced metaphysics, spiritualism, and spirituality. We do everything: occult, meditation, esoteric studies. I weave my training in, and of course meditation and working with transcendent states. So again, if you want to connect with me further, have any suggestions for me, or topic suggestions or reading suggestions that you would like or that you need at this time, the way to connect with me is in the description below. And also you can always leave a comment, because I read the comments and answer them. All right, so just taking a deep breath in, if you're staying with me. And we're going to take the wand and connect in with the energies of the message. What is the energies of the message or messages that are coming through for Soul Story 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? What is making room for the new, and how to make room for the new, the space within the void, the cosmic womb of the mother of all creation, as the divine mother, father, goddess opens into the void, the space of God, the all that is, and brings that which is for the highest good for all concerned, that which reflects the embodiment of soul expression and soul experience. Take a deeper breath in, connect in with your energy and motion, your emotions. Your emotions are the carrier wave of manifestation, and as you breathe out, feel yourself anchoring in and opening to a higher vibrational frequency of energy, light, allowing you a deeper awareness and understanding. Feel that which is ready to be gifted to you, to be manifested, to appear, to become physical in your life. Feel the energy of that, to the Akash, the astral, the etheric. Feel it now being drawn to you in manifested form. I'll now pause the video. You may want to get a closer look at the cards. Maybe more than one soul story calls you. Trust your intuition and listen to the guidance from your higher self through your own inner knowing for this reading at this time. Hello, Radiant Soul Light. This is your reading. So you chose the rose quartz. I do feel with you that this has been a long time of deep self-healing, renewal, that you've really learned to love yourself, or love yourself on a deeper level, to include yourself. Some of you, I do feel part of the wish is a baby. Something's birthing. Is it a baby? Something in your life is birthing that is coming through. Now, for some of you, it is a deep healing of the inner child, or the wounding of the inner child. There's a lot more love present in your life. It's the universe is saying, soften up. Your guides are saying, we are here for you. We are here for you. Let's see what card you got. World, be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Okay, that is very powerful. I wondered if somebody would be traveling. Now, I'm going to look at the, let's see, we're going to look at the tarot, and then I'm going to go to runes. So there is something opening. You're birthing a new part of you, or new aspect of you. I do feel that many of you, there has been a wish to either, relocate or live somewhere else, to travel more, to be more mobile in something that you're doing in your life. And that is going to be happening. And here we go. Look at this. 7 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, and 13, which is the Death card for transformation. So the healing, the deception, moving past betrayal. Now, I'm going to say something too. I feel like you're going to be around some people or in a situation where you're not to disclose all that you're going through. That's that 7 of Swords. It's a 7 of Swords is being a bit of a diplomat, not oversharing, overexposing, really keeping things until they're much more consistent in your life, because there is something that is going to be new, whether it's a part of you that you're opening up to or manifesting, or this could be for many of you a new relationship, or this could be some material success, financial success, or a new level financially. And you just want to be aware that some people may all of a sudden need to borrow money, or they may fall on hard times, or something happens within the family that you're asked to help, but you are breaking free from, with this 13, you're breaking free from not focusing so much on you. Okay, there's I don't know if you can see, there's wings here. I don't know if you can see this. So there's a lot that you're breaking free so that you can free up and do more what you want to do. Now, some of you could be changing jobs or career, or doing a whole different relocation or something where certain people, they'll miss you. They may not want you to go, okay? I also do feel that some of you, maybe you are already living internationally, or you're going to. This reading, my readings reach people all over the world. So there is something about travel or moving internationally, relocating, or someone coming in your life. Now, maybe you meet somebody online or through a friend, or it could be through a friend, and you meet this person and you become friendly with them, and then it ends up starting to become something more. Okay, let's see. I want to keep, since I'm doing 9 of these, I want to just kind of really get to what is the wish that's being granted. Okay, there we go. Jera. Fiu, which is increase, and Isa. Okay, I hope you can see this. So you are definitely being asked, there's, again, increase. You've got the 9 of Pentacles, and you've got Fiu, which has to do with increase, specifically financial increase. Jera, I would look for increase or some new direction, or it could be, again, a payoff, a new career or job or position, something that gets you more monetary gain, where you're feeling much more independent. Especially those of you that are leaving someone, or you wish, I wish I had the money to move on or go in a new direction, or I wish I had the money to leave this job and go to something else. So everything that you're doing is bringing you into a place of security. Now, that seems to be something very important to you. That's part of your wish, or what you want to manifest, is a level of security. So depending on when you're seeing this reading, most changes for you are going to be end of August into September, maybe a little bit into October, but I would definitely say after the summer months. And there is some kind of payoff or new direction that's coming for you, that Spirit wants you to look for. All right, let's see what area of your life, what area is most being affected by this change? What area in your life? Well, first house, you. What people see, the impression you are. This is all about you, so it's freeing you up to go in a new direction. And again, for many of you, this change it's a large change. It's a huge change. It's living differently, living someplace differently. It could also, again, have to do with a complete change in what you're doing career-wise also. The other area is the 12th house, the area of your life that can be overwhelming. You yield to a greater power. So this change is something that is deemed to be. So if you've been feeling like, why have my deepest desires not been manifesting? Because there is a timing issue. But I would say the next 6 to 8 months, and for some of you 9 months, it's like the alarm clock goes off, right? The scheduled alarm of what you're to do. The reminder comes in. The other area of your house is the 11th. This is the other area of your life. This is where the cosmos grants wishes. This is the area of luck, friends, and social occasions. So some person you meet, some job, whatever causes this new direction, Spirit, God is saying your wishes are being heard. Your wish is about to be granted. Now, some of you, this is 4 different things in this wish. There are 4 parts of your life that are coming together. So this could be better health. This could be mobility. This could be more money in savings. This could be the money to do what it is you really want to do. This could be the money to move. This could be, it's a combination of things. Some of you, this is finding your soul group, the people that are around you. Because it's the world. Be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. So this isn't just in one area, and this is due to the level of healing that has occurred. I want to make sure that you can see the cards as I'm holding it. I got to bring it over more. Okay, and down. There we go. So look at that star. So a lot of you are getting messages in your dreams. You are having visions or dreams that you're actually connecting into other dimensions or other aspects of yourself, like your future self, to catch up. A lot of you are also doing some kind of emotional clearing, whether in your cognitive waking state or in the dream state. There's a lot of healing with that 12th house, and it's something you're doing on your own. You're opening up more to the universe to receive more of what is supportive of you, what is helpful for you, what is going to help you in the deeper healing. Now I'm hearing to get one more rune to see what is the breakthrough, see if we can get any of the wishes or desires, or what is one of the okay, 2 came through. All right, it's just showing opening. And Othilla, it could be a home or a new home for you, new living situation. And then you also have Kano or Ken, which literally means opening. It's a torch guiding your way. Now, this can also bring kindred spirits, relationships. Again, that's the 11th house. So there, again, whatever good is coming for you, this breakthrough, 13, this transformation, it's coming through other people or new people that you're meeting. It's coming from your inner circle. So it does bring now for some of you, this could be an inheritance. This could be increase financially. This could be a grant. It could be insurance. It could be some form of inheritance. It's also saying from the 12th house that you inherited a certain, I do not like to use the word karma because it really just means cause and effect, but let's say a certain pattern and trajectory of experiences, like a bag, like a suitcase. There's all that you're going to experience in that suitcase, right? And so you had to go through a lot to get to where you're going now. Okay, so the wish is your world opens up. that all areas of your life improve. You have the funny, that's interesting, be light. You have the funds, the money. Sagittarius, I see. Okay, this is the energy to connect with. And also Saturn. Yeah, see, I told you, it's meant to be. So whatever it is, and Othilla, Saturn rules Othilla. So this is, again, inherited situations, inherited experiences that you need to go through, life situations that you need to go through, family obligations, family restrictions, generational transmissions, we could call it, ancestral memory and patterns and beliefs and ideas coming through. So Sagittarius, Jupiter ruling Sagittarius, there's something opening up in your life where you get a bigger world view, okay? You get a bigger world view. And some of you may, again, you're going to be living differently. You're opening to greater possibilities in your life at this time. And that's for the next, I don't know, 20, 30 years. And this is a large cycle. This is not a 1 to 2 year cycle. So it's just like you're going to have more and more possibilities opening up. And then it's acceptance. You're coming out of confusion. So you can't figure this out because this is a destiny issue that we're talking about. Saturn is here. It's getting to the deeper truth of what you came here to do, to express and experience as a soul, but you had human things to clear up. And now you're clearing those up, right? Those things are being cleared up. Let's look at the astro dice. What else does Soul Story need to know about the wishes being granted? Whatever these wishes are, it brings increase, financial increase. It could bring, for many of you, some kind of more relationships, kindred spirits, a sense of community, family. It definitely does bring some kind of more financial payoff. This could be retiring early with Jira, Fiu, and Othilla there. Oh, Sagittarius, you're moving. Some of you, 9th house. Okay, they really want me to go back to this. Let's go back to this. You've got Mars in Sagittarius in the 9th house. Now that definitely means a trip abroad or moving abroad, living internationally. Now, I don't know, is that the United States for some of you? Some of you, is that Canada? Is that Australia? Is that China? Is that Asia? Is it Great Britain? Is it Spain? Is it Portugal? Is it what we know as Europe? You know, Europa? Where is it? Greece? You're going to know that. But I would say if your deep desire has been to live in another country, you will. Now, on a lesser level, it could just be a different mode of living. It could be a different state that is very different from where and how you live now. But for many of you, it could be even marrying someone from another country and then moving to that country. Some of you, it is teaching. Some of you, it's also publishing, something that has to do with spirit or spirituality or belief systems or higher principles or the higher mind. Could have to do with religion. So some of you are actually going to be publishing something that becomes part of your legacy, that you pass on either to your children, family, friends, community, or the world at large. So some of you definitely publishing, and you'll probably start, I would say, if you're not starting to write now, you'll probably September, October on, maybe August, but September, October on, you'll have the mindset and the time to publish that book of yours or whatever it is you want to put out there in the world, whatever you want to publish. But with Mars and Sagittarius in the 9th house, it's definitely a lot with communication that goes out to masses internationally and also an international move. All right, Radiant Soul Lights, your Soul Insights mantra for this reading is, I now know and feel that I am in divine right timing, my right soul timing. Much peace and light. Lots of love. And if this resonates, of course, please subscribe and also get those notifications and share if you feel anybody else would benefit by this reading. All right. Lots of love. See you later. Hello, Radiant Soul Light. You, my Radiant Soul Light, who chose the Lemurian crystal, the second soul story, are a time traveler. You're not just a starseed. You travel in time. And some of it is through deja vu, where you have what we call bleed-throughs throughout maybe your day, or when you're feeling extra connected to the universe, to the cosmos, when you feel extra connected to God, your spirituality, the all that is. In your dreams, you travel. You are an astral traveler, and you have much to share with the world. You're remembering a lot the last few years, and for some of you, few months, there's a lot that is coming to the forefront. Wow, look at this angel. Your angels are guiding and protecting you on your spiritual journey. Yes, and you are an earth angel. You have a lot of connections spiritually. You are here to transmute lower vibrational energy in a way that connects into the spirit soul of people. You are here to share your gifts, and one of the wishes is that you go to a larger platform or have more people to share with, and you will be doing this. Some of you are working with sound or energy healing, Reiki healing, somatic body work, but no matter what you're doing, you're working with light frequency, light and energy. Of course, everything is energy, and everything comprises particles of light, but you have this awareness, and you are here to help guide others. Now, some of you, I hear you're saying, well, I'm an artist, I do this, or I work in a company. Doesn't matter, you're still guiding. And one of your dreams, your goals, your desires, your wishes is to do this more overtly. You want to dive deeper into your spiritual work, your soul service, your soul work. And that wish is being granted. I want to make sure you can see this. That wish is being granted. Now, let's see what we've got with the tarot. And then we will look at the runes. Soul story number 2, the angel, the angelic realm, guiding you past difficulties and challenges. You are being helped, you are being uplifted. You are ascending, and you help others ascend, and there you are connecting into the third chakra, the third eye. Indigo light that tunes in and attunes into the violet flame. Now, you can see here the triangle of light downloading messages, downloading light frequency into your soul experience and expression, into your manifestations, into your relationships. Meditation, powerful for you, and working with the energy of the lotus. Working with the energy of the lotus. Let's see what we have here. Wow, another chakra. So that just, to me, reinforces that you're working with the energy system of the body, the chakras, right? The vortices of energy and light, meridians. You could be herbalists. You could be herbalists, right? You are working with those energies. Disruption, the tower, Mars energy. Solar plexus, so a lot of cleansing and clearing to get through your true vision. Okay, we're going to take 2 more cards. What is the true? Oh, you've been trapped. You've been held back on the earth plane or through previous situations, entanglements. I have a feeling a lot of people have been held back. But the Magician, look what's coming in right under the third eye. The third eye chakra, third eye focus. So this is what's leaving. And what's coming in is your ability to manifest much more completely of what you want. And again, what did we? Spirit is laughing with us, chuckling. My guides are a bit of Heyoka medicine, trickster medicine. They're like, let's play, Michele, let's have fun. And that's with you, soul lights. What did I say? You're channeling in light energy. So work with light, sound, vibration. Work with healing light energy, sound, vibration. Bach flower remedies would be great. Anything that's potent-sized. Crystals. You are transmuting this denser frequency energy that is moving you in a new direction, moving you in an upswing of energy. Okay, we're going to wait for those little astro dice. So, it's the good fortune that's coming in. Health, health, health. Those of you that have been suffering health is picking up. Element, element, communicating, air. That you can speak your truth or speak and share what it is that you want to share in various mediums. Social media, writing, teaching. What is awakening for you is your ability to be the light worker that you are and really be out there in the world. 8th house endings and beginnings. So you're working with a lot of 8th house energy, Plutonian, Martian energy. Now you have Mars here for the tower, so there's a lot that's being disrupted in your life so that you can lighten up and go in a direction that you really want to do, and that is about using your gifts more fully, more completely. And you help others break out of limiting patterns or limiting beliefs. You help others transform. So you're working with a lot of light energy, transformative energy. You create disruption. If you're wondering what to study, anything with light, sound, even hypnotherapy, working with tone, frequency, vibration. And many of you, you're developing your own systems, your own protocols. And you're working with some kind of medicine. Let's look at the areas. I kind of want to bring this wand into the reading because it is the Magician's wand. Let's see. So let's get some areas that... So definitely 8th house. Now this is interesting, even though this is a timeless reading. As I said at the beginning of the reading, at the intro, that lunar eclipse that we're in, right? Full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and it's lovingly aspecting the South Node, which is in Scorpio, which I find very powerful. I don't see Scorpio always as ending, and even Pluto, Pluto ruling the 8th house. Pluto is all about power and empowerment, gaining power. So something's disrupting in your life to get to this power or empowerment. You're going to start feeling much more empowered. You're going to start really going for your dreams, goals, and desires. You're going to be put in leadership positions. Let's see what area. 7th house, working with others. So this is a lot about perhaps you're a counselor or a teacher, metaphysician, or you're a healer, naturopath, something where you work a lot one-on-one. Now this could also bring transformation into your relationships, a higher level of relationship, okay? I love doing the readings this way because I can move around. I can stand up, I can sit down. So 7th house, partnership with the divine, that you are somehow transmitting for others. You're somehow transmitting this energy for others. Let's see another area. 3rd house, communication. Okay, you've got this twice. So there's something about where you live. There could be changes in your environment or to where you live. but also you are a messenger. You're to focus on communication. This is your potential to learn something new. So you could be studying or facilitating workshops. That's the direction for you to go in. I would say working online. And you will be guided as to what to put out there, what to put in form. But definitely you're meant to communicate. You are this communicator. Put this in the center here. Can you see that? Yeah, you're a communicator, and you are, could be a writer, an orator, it doesn't matter, some form of art. You're an artisan of some sort that relays or communicates through the art. So communicating the higher self in various ways, various creative ways. And you're bringing that awareness, you're channeling and bringing it into the earth plane. Okay, I hope that's making sense. There we go. Okay. Let's get another card for more explicit. Your angels are protecting you at this part of your path as you open up to more people, to more experiences. Perfection. You are perfect. What you do is perfect. You don't need any more. Some of you might, oh, I got to go back to school. I got to do this. I got to take, no, start now. Even if you go to school or go back to school or you're learning something new or you're doing training, that doesn't mean you have to stop. So the angels are helping you release this idea of perfectionism and to understand that you are perfect. We are all perfect in our imperfection, because our imperfection on a soul level is our uniqueness, right? It's our little interesting little glitches, right? So you're perfect. The time is perfect for whatever it is that you want to do. And Spirit wants you to focus on what you want to do. Okay, let's see. Let's go do runes. Story number 2, the Lemurian energy. Wow. There we go. You've got Ing or Inguz, Nafis, which is need, necessity, and again, Isa or Isa. So, you come in here with a very specific purpose, soul story number 2. And so you're going to become more aware of that purpose and what you need to do to manifest what it is that you want to do. So this is about distractions. So Spirit is bringing a releasing of distractions, and then what comes in is Gibu. So you've got Isa, Ing or Ingus. This is endings and beginnings, but this is something new that's beginning, a new cycle. Nathiz or need. It's the mother of invention. So some of you may be going through something financially or in your life where you're like, I got to do this now. And what it brings in, Gibu, it brings in contracts. So some of you could be getting some kind of contract, some kind of agreement, especially with that 7th house. Now, this could be a marriage contract. This could be a contract to work with a different company or group of people, or you may be putting a contract out to work with people. This could also be working more, again, webinar, online. Some of you, it's going to be at schools or some kind of organization where the contract is with the students. Some of you, it's the contract is with the organization or education. You could become a director of something, okay? So what's lifting is you're going to have much more cooperation and collaboration in your life, much more sacred partnerships, much more healthy light. We've got the sun here, right? You got the solar plexus for the sun, so your identity, you've cleared a lot, and remember you're bringing in some ancient wisdom. All right, let's look and see with the astro dice, what do you have here? Well, that makes sense. Neptune. Neptune in Aquarius for groups. Aquarian energy, and it's in the 4th house. So you're getting some kind of detachment from what's held you back in your foundation in life. we could say your psychological foundation. There's some freeing up there. Okay, some deeper perhaps healing, and then you're bringing in from subconscious memory, and maybe even from early childhood or past life as the time traveler you are, accessing the multidimensional realities. You are bringing in something, some information, insight, something from other dimensions or other lifetimes that is very poignant, very needed, necessary, very critical for this Aquarian age that we are embarking in. So you have a very strong mission. You are being guided. Trust your guides, your inner guidance of your higher self. Trust your guardian angel, the archangels. You are being guided, protected for this new next level that's coming in for you. All right, Radiant Soul Light, much peace and light. And I hope to see you in the next reading. Namaste. Hello, Soul Light. So, you chose the Lápiz. This is Soul Story number 3. Let's see what card you got. Owl. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this time of transition. Now, what I heard for you, I paused the video and tuned in, and I heard, it's time. What are you waiting for? It's time to share your gifts. It's time to share what you know. It's time to share. It's time to move into that leadership position. Now, I do feel the gift that's coming to you is a level of freedom. Is this freedom from your doubts, others doubting you, conditioning, or is it just the freedom that you now believe more in yourself? You're going to be getting a lot of guidance within the next 6 months, say 6 to 8 months. This is living more from your truth, understanding what your truth is, and helping others acquire that. Now, I am getting an entrepreneurial energy with you also, so this has something to do, this card wanted to come out, 7th house. And look at all that blue. So some of you, this is about speaking up in relationship. Now we're going to go, just going to put this here, all the blue. Some of you are getting empowered to speak up in a job situation. I have Lápiz on also, Tibetan Lápiz from Kathmandu Boutique in Santa Monica. So yeah, you're opening up a lot to other people, and I feel a group of you are starting your own business. Some of you are doing cards or oracle cards or a book, something also that goes into print. But a lot of you, this is about being able to speak up in relationship. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Heart chakra. Speaking your mind. Now some of you, the wish is somebody is going to declare their love for you. Some of you, someone that you admire, maybe a mentor or teacher, is going to want to work with you. So I get a lot of mentor-teacher relationship here, or you're going to be acknowledged as a teacher, as a mentor. Movement, choices, decisions, 2 of Pentacles. The next card is 5 of Cups. Some of you are afraid of loss, so you're not speaking up. You need to speak from the heart what you really need, what you really want in your life. This is a lesson that you're learning. Yeah, there's obstacles. So you've got, we're going to look at this more. So you've got 2 5s here, which distill to a 10, break down to a 10. Let's get this out of family. So you're going into and then coming out of a challenging period where you're going to be asked by your own guides and your higher self to speak up more and speak your truth. So you're also taking what you've learned from the past difficulties and disappointments, and somehow going to be sharing that with others. People need to hear your story. Okay, people need. So the obstacles or challenges, I feel, just has to do with you. There we go. It's truth. It's jumping out at you. Soul story number 3. It's time. You've got judgment here. Letting judgments of yourself release, loosen, judging others, perhaps, maybe judging a relationship, a spouse, a partnership, judging what you've attracted. This is about speaking your truth. So the huge lesson for you on a human soul level is to see your truth, appreciate it, validate it yourself. And what does that bring? Brings you 6 of Swords. Moving on. I'm going to do one more card. And look, we've got wisdom again and transformation. So the owl has to do with wisdom. So as you speak your truth, you are able to go to a next level in your relationships. Some of you are fearful that if you live more from your truth, or you reveal how you really are, that it's going to be difficult to fit in or to find the right partnership or right relationship. And Spirit is saying, no, that's not true. Maybe in the past, but you're going for something different. Okay, let's look at the runes now. These are the ones that want to come true. Gibu. So this definitely has to do with you being more honest and truthful about yourself in your relationships and not being afraid to share your wisdom. You've got need. Lagos, go with the flow. A need can bring a hardship or necessity. This is necessity for change. But then you move into Berkana, which is a breakthrough, which is growth and movement. So you're getting the breakthrough to be communicating, putting yourself first, or acting. If you want to see someone or talk to someone, do it. If you need time off or downtime, do it. You're learning where to place your energy. So, you've got Pluto. You see that? In Aries, in the 3rd house. So the transformation for you with that Pluto, you've got lovely Aries here, right? Pluto in Aries is about a revolution of the self. So if you've been insecure or holding yourself back, that's changing. 3rd house, yeah, you're going to be talking and sharing your truth and writing about it, sharing about it, maybe on social media, just acting more from your truth in your everyday life and living also, in particular in regards to relationships. Some of you, this has to do with sibling relationships or friends that are like siblings to you. Kindred spirit relationships, you're going to be speaking more of your truth, and that is actually causing growth within you and deepening friendships, colleagues, collaborative relationships, and relationships that are leading to some form of commitment. But better business also. So there's a transformation for you, is getting you to a new level on a business. Now that may be starting your own business or entrepreneur pursuits or going for a better job, or there could be career change also. But definitely 6th house. 6th house has to do with the little things that keep the 10th house going, the career of the 10th house, right? So 6th house could be, along with 3rd house, can be like, you know, doing your emails, organizing, putting things in order so that you can handle the bigger openings or opportunities. And I would say there is a bigger opening or opportunity. Some of you, this could be in the area of public speaking as well. All right, Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra for this reading is, as I align to and live and speak my truth, I draw in what is most resonant, coherent, and fulfilling for me. And that's it. All right, Radiant Soul Light, lots of love and light. And if you feel anyone would benefit by this reading, I'd love for you to share it. And even more importantly, let me know how it resonates for you in the comments. Peace, light, namaste. Hello, Soul Light. You picked soul story number 4, the polished crystal. This crystal is amazing. I don't know if you can see. It has different striations, bubbles, streaks, starlight. You are polished and ready to go. Let's see which reading card you got. Fool, have the courage to embrace change, take risks, be adventurous. And that's what I was getting from Spirit, even before I looked at the card, because I just looked at the card with you now. When I saw that it was a polished stone, I heard the message. Your guide said to you, they're ready to go. Let them know they're ready. You need to open up, take some risks, and do some different things. Whatever it is you're focused on, whatever you want to draw in, you are ready. You are polished enough. You're very clear about what it is that you want to do, what you want to manifest, what you want to draw in. There's a very strong, clear energy coming in for you. Now, whatever it is, there's something new. Some of you could be getting a little pet also. Just either someone's giving you a pet, you're gifting someone a pet, or you meet someone that has a pet that you take over, or you see a pet. I don't know. Maybe you've been looking for a pet. Because I feel you're going to have a companion for this part of your life. Or maybe some of you already do. Okay, these came out. Yeah, see this? This is what I'm talking about. So story number 4. Lots of love to you. If I could, I'd come right over in that from the lens and hug you. You've been held back by circumstances, not of your own making, of life. Okay? Some of it has been fear. Some of it's been fear holding you. I'm not ready. I got to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do this. You've been caught up in a lot of mental chatter. But for many of you, you've just had different life circumstances that have not allowed you to move forward because you had things to do, people to see, requirements, school, kids, money, finance, obligations. A lot of 3D obligations. Okay? So you're digging yourself out of something. And here's the light. The sun comes in. This is the light of day. Okay, so there's a lot, you're hearing something also. You're hearing some messages or some guidance. You're hearing more your true call, your true understanding of what you're about. You're hearing some kind of message and you're going for it. There are various things, of some specific things, at least 2 or 3 specific things that you are drawing into your life. You're manifesting 2 to 3 things. One is quite big in your life. So you are moving out of this experience, this earthly human experience of being held back or locked in. And you have to have the courage to embrace change. So it's a time of a lot of change for you. Some kind of new direction. Oh, look at that. Love begins. So changes in the summer months. New direction. Remember, I keep seeing this. Look at this. There's a new direction opening up for you that brings much more prosperity, fulfillment. There's something new you're going to be trying out. There we are, patience, positive movement forward, but it's your work in progress. So it could be something that you still requires a lot of work or nurturing, focus. Put that here though. Let's see, we've got disruption. So I think 2 of the readings so far have got the Tower card, this breaking free. So some new idea is breaking you free, but you have to be willing to go in a new direction. Okay? Wow, and it's part of your destiny, Wheel of Fortune. The fates, this is the fates, past, present, future. So look for changes depending on when you're watching this video, but I definitely feel it doesn't matter when you're watching this video. The bigger changes are coming for you in the summer months, some July, but a lot of you, I feel, mid to end of August. Some of you, this could bring a summer romance, where romance begins. I'm going to look at this for a bit because the changes, the disruption breaks you out of this locked in mindset, brings you, you finally have the time. Look at this, the star, because you've got hope. You now have hope. That's what's leading you right now out of all this. Because you sense the time is right. You couldn't do it before. You know, a lot of times people will say, especially readers, oh, you had a lot of fear, you held yourself back. The 8 of Swords is not always, even though it is the mental realm, it's not always you holding yourself back. It can very much be circumstances, same as same as 8 of Cups. So focus on hope. This brings in Aquarius energy. We've got Mars energy here. We've got Pluto, Uranus. So that you're in a transition right now. Let's see, you're in a major transition. It's going to require some hope, taking a chance, but you're moving forward naturally. Look at this positive movement. You're moving forward. It's like you're being guided by something else, by spirit. You're being guided. The rudder is spirit, is your higher self. And you're just trusting. You're going, okay, I feel the energy moving me this way. I feel the direction this way. And that turns a wheel of fate. You're being guided by your own light. Now, because you have light here, you have light here, here, and here, and then you have the light of the sun setting. So something is ending. And you have a bird here for getting information from your spirit, from God, some kind of, again, this is telling me there's a lot of navigation that's happening on the spirit plane. And that's reflected by the bird and the sail here. So stay to your course. You're feeling now how you're getting out of things and going in this new direction. Things are going to start gaining traction, gaining momentum. If you haven't had the traction or the momentum, things are coming in your life where you're going to have the traction and momentum that pulls you over. Okay, you'll be interested to see when I get to my wonderful runes. I can't remember where I got these runes. I researched online because I wanted handmade runes. I've been using runes for, I don't know, like 30 years. I studied quite a bit. And I found this company online from Scandinavia. Okay, let's see, what have we got? Ooh, prayer. Whoa, what did I say? Spirit's guiding you. The lemons, making lemonade out of lemons. The yellow, clarity, there's deep healing. With the red and kind of yellow, white checks here. Transmutation of energy, a blending of energy, harmonizing. It's like the alchemy. New lands calling you, new goals. You're getting your sustenance, your spiritual nourishment, your physical nourishment. Yellow, very powerful color for you. For guidance, for clarity, for insight. So, wow. So your prayers are being answered. You know what they are. Your prayers are being answered. Soul story number 4. All that yellow, this is the mental realm. It also ties into the solar plexus energy, feeling better about yourself, the identity of you on the earth plane, your soul identity coming through. So prayers being answered brings you hope, brings movement, lightens up the energy. You feel lighter and lighter. So notice here, got like a sunburst here. We've got the yellow here. Lemons is purifying, so you've purified some thoughts, some beliefs, whatever the fear, whatever you were trapped into. You're being nourished by spirit. The rainbow, things getting better. Just moving on. Moving on. Let's see what the runes have to say for you. Okay. Runes. Wow. Okay, there we go. Wow. And I love it. Iwa's movement. 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 The horse and rider. Movement. Okay. Your tree bouncing back. Pertho, the Fool, opening. Secrets revealed, secrets hidden that are later revealed. That has to do with your destiny, parts that you don't know or understand. It's also the dice cup, taking a chance. Make sure you can see these. Yeah, okay. Taking a chance. Pertho is the dice cup. You roll the dice, right? You roll the runes. It has a lot to do with synchronicity, so there's going to be a lot of synchronicities for you right now. Movement forward, movement forward. This is Iwa's movement forward. Your things bouncing back. Your tree getting a new perspective. And answer. passing the test. Passing the test of life. Communication, speaking. This is an alignment. Answer is also, or Anzus is also alignment. We go through things and then we go into a place of alignment. That's like what taking a test is, right? Whether it's a test of life, or we're in school, or we study something, a workshop, a seminar, and we have to take a test to see what did we learn. And in life, the test is a practical application. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let's get some more insight and then we're going to look at what areas of your life are being most affected. Okay, we got this. Jupiter return, benefits. Yes, that is your bouncing back. Ewas, the year tree. Odin went to the year tree, the yew tree. YR. And like the hangman turned upside down to get a new perspective or different perspective and was there, gosh, how many days? I don't remember. Israel. Anyway, and Earth is bringing stability. So if you've had a lot of instability in your life, things have been up in the air, or you've had a lot of loss, you're building back up. Jupiter return. This is benefits coming to you. Now, that's coming from Pertho, or Perth. It's a crapshoot. It's a dice shoot. It's the unknown, but you have to go through it. It's the Fool. Pertho is like the Fool. You have to go through it. You throw the dice. Okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to go in this direction. I feel this intuitively, and it ends up paying off. Okay, Radiant Soulite, let us look at this. Wow, 9th house. Jupiter. So there it is. Jupiter rules the 9th house, and you've got Jupiter return. The 9th house is broadening your horizons, either spiritually, academically, or on a long journey. This could be traveling or living overseas, this could be online courses or doing things on the internet, GPT, AI. This is new technologies. But Jupiter return, this means some benefits are coming to you. Positivity, increase, payoff for what you've put in, and luck. Payoff for what you maybe didn't put in, but you're lucky. You get a bonus, a boon. You get increase. It's very good omen. So putting something new out in the world or doing something differently is going to be very beneficial for you. And also the 5th house. And just as I said that, this is creativity. This is your self-esteem coming up. And this is putting projects, art projects, creative projects, collaborative projects. This is also romance. This is where you create things. So it could be children. So this is saying this next level is all about you, about your creativity, getting out there, having more fun, being more playful, feeling more fulfilled in your life, taking a chance on your projects, on your creativity, on collaboration. Collaboration is key for you, what I call the creator economy. I mean, back in, I think it was 2009, maybe 2007, I did a tech talk. 140 conference, and I said the new currency will be creativity and as well as inspiration, because I could see where things were going as a conscious and trance channel, and I was talking about that, moving from the we or the me to the we, moving into being creator beings, aligning more to the soul. I had such a great time because I talked to a lot of nobody was really talking like I was talking. I was talking about meditation and transcendent states of consciousness. Too much of techies. And some of them tried to heckle me, and I said, put your phones down and turn within. I loved it. I love being with Heyoka energy. I love my little Pluto there, playing with the Pluto realms. So, Fifth house, the sun. Okay, and you've got the sun here, the light coming in, getting some downloads of creativity, lightening up, feeling more fulfilled in your life, and creating some birth of something, a project, a product, a person, right? A person being. But it's requiring you to take some level of risk, but it really is no risk because everything pays off and you're protected. Let us look at the Astrodites. Wow, Aries. There we go. Aries in Neptune in the 4th house. This could be working from home, following your dreams. But it's like putting them with Aries there, it's making your dreams a reality and creating a firm foundation, a different foundation. So what brings you security right now and stability is acting on your dreams, your goals, your desires, step by step, following through in your creative projects. That's going to bring you more stability. I would say financial stability as well. Okay, so that stability that you want, inner stability and material stability, comes from 5th house activities and 9th. So it could be publishing, it could be other sources of income from things that you've created, that you've put out there in the world, or that you've sold that go out to the masses or a specific group that you work with, or specific community or educational group. Some of you, this could be starting a school or working for a school, maybe a charter school, or do you homeschool? A lot of you are going to be working internationally. There's going to be an international component either with what you do or the people you work with. All right, so like your Soul Insights mantra is for this part of your path, I am ready, willing, and able to take a leap of faith into my destiny for more soul expression, soul experience, and fulfillment in my life. That's it. Follow your destiny. Namaste. Much peace and light. Hello, Radiant Soul Lights. It's great to connect with you. All right, if you chose Soul Story number 5, which is the Malachite, this is your wish fulfillment. Now, many of you already know Malachite has to do with deep change, intense change, complete change. It also has to do with getting to the heart of the matter, noticing what matters to you. It has to do with heart chakra, heart energy. Now, if you look at this particular Malachite, you can see that these swirls, there's like a heart energy. Some of you, I do see a woman in here. I don't know if you can see it. And to me, it reminds me of connecting in with the woman within, or the divine feminine within. Now, this could be that you're making big changes as a woman. This could just be the heightening of intuitive awareness within you, whether identifying as a man or woman or male body or biologically male or female or whatever. This has a lot to do with birthing this part of you, that there's this new part of you that's coming through. I think you can see that. It feels like ancient memory. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, that's pretty. And then, of course, the heart. Oh, you can also see a face here. So something new is emerging. This new aspect of you, or new part of you, is emerging in your life, is coming out, or you've been facing yourself, you're facing the facts, facing life. I feel like there's a new part of you that is emerging that you're going to use for the next phase in your life. The card that you got is the Star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So you have this guiding star, which connects you to this part within you. It's a reflection of your own inner guidance within. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. So I look at Malachite as a 180 change. If you've been tired, you'll have a lot of energy. If you've been bored, there's going to be a lot of, activity. But it is change that you have wanted on a deeper level. That's very important for you to understand, that it's change that you've wanted, but it comes in an intense, let's say, Plutonian fashion. And we're going to look at cards here. Something emerges through you, another part, another aspect of you that is much more heart-centered, or your heart is open, or it's like this part of your life, you're going to be like, oh, I get to do this. I get to access this part of me or express this part of me. So there's a lot for you, I would say, in the next couple years. As Pluto, Pluto is retrograding back into Capricorn, I think 27, 28 degrees. It will go into that anaretic degree of 29, which is a wrapping up of a cycle. I think it's retrograde till October of this year. And then it goes back into Aquarius for 18, 20 years. I believe January 2024. So this is a long-awaited cycle for you. Some of you, this has to do with something within groups, that you are more out there in the world. Let's see, look at that, desire, passion, connecting to your passion and purpose. So a lot to do with creativity, transformative energy. And look, this is the green in the heart here. Ecstasy, connecting with spirit, connecting with your soul. And people, this is a connecting with your soul tribe, soul group, new beginnings, the Fool. So this is a beginning of passion, purpose, more energy, spiritual energy, having the energy, like vital life force energy, to do what it is that you want to do. This starts immediately. Look, fertility. Empress. Taurus, Libra energy. It's a 3 for creativity, the creative principle. So this is, you're coming into a very creative time for yourself. Joy, another 3. 2 3s break down to a 6, which is Tippereth, which is the heart. Harmony, it's the lovers. It's trusting your intuition and being guided. It's gathering with others. You have a lot to celebrate. It's gathering with others of like-mindedness. So this is manifestation of dreams and goals. It has to do a lot with relationships, passion, purpose, spiritual growth, made physical, that you can see your spiritual growth in your life. Something is picking up for you where you're having this glow up. You're being noticed and seen. It's a new level, a new beginning. Some of you, it's teaching something. Some of you, it's manifestation. It's a much more abundant and fertile time in your life. Okay, you've got patience and planning under new beginning. So it's saying don't rush into anything. It's all going to happen. I feel like a lot of you, there's going to be like a huge sigh of relief. There's something that either you just realize how far you've come or what you've done, and it's like, okay, it's done. Or something comes in your life that positively puts you on a new track, a new trajectory, or something comes in, the right amount of money, the right person, the right something, doctor, help, whatever it is, and it's like, okay, God, I can relax. But you still, 7 of Pentacles, you're still building here. You are in that planning phase of this next level, and then this is where you're going. There we go, alchemy, temperance. So the caution here from the guides is just be balanced. You have some control, even though there's going to be big changes in your life. How you respond is up to you. And then we've got love begins. We've got Ace of Cups. Yeah, trust your intuition. Let's do one more. And there we go. Stand your ground. Courage, belief in oneself. 7 of Wands. having the courage to go in this new direction. So depending when you're seeing this video, because it is a timeless video, we've got changes in the spring and also in the summer months. Sorry, I'm looking at this. And also immediately. So some of you things probably right before you watch this video or just after, within the next few weeks or month, wow, that came in, that happened, this changed. So I feel like there's a whole up-leveling of energy. So whatever the wishes are, they are being granted. There is some new level that is being birthed that brings a lot of intuition. Now, some of you, this is the ability to use your intuition more, or to have a business where you are using your intuition more. And you're planning that. You're integrating somehow your intuition into the work that you do. Okay, so there's a lot of here we've got the Magician, Gemini energy. Okay, Gemini, Virgo. So there is a lot for you about that one energy, 1, 1, 1, 2, 3. 3, it's about creativity, the polarities coming together. You see the polarities here, the two pillars, the masculine and feminine, divine masculine and feminine creates manifested form. Now that could be in the form of a being, as getting pregnant and a baby, or a project, or a new aspect of being that comes through on a soul level. A much more powerful aspect of you coming through, right? Now, because this woman, remember I said there's about intuition, there's something very strong about your intuition. Maybe you're a reader or a channeler. Do you do astrology? So a lot of you, if you're doing something like online or YouTube or Insta or TikTok, that you're going to be building something with that. You're balancing the extremes of the polarity, the magnetic aspect of your being and the electrical. That's also what Temperance is about. You've got the pillars here in Temperance. The two wings, the right and the left, the masculine and feminine, the electrical, magnetic. There's this alchemical balance that's taking place that creates a new version of you. So 1, 2, 3, a lot of firsts for you the rest of this year, whenever you're watching this. The rest, oops, gosh. And there's the bump into the new beginning. Let's get some information, further information. Then we're going to look at what area. Now, there's something that you need to either release or connect with. Consciously release or connect with. Consciously say no to or yes to, release or connect. Enlightenment. Connect into your light, the enlightenment aspect of your being, your wisdom, your insight. Like I said, many of you are a teacher and you have the child here, so it's like healing enough the childlike qualities of spontaneity, creativity, openness, so that you're very wise, you've gone through a lot, you know a lot, but yet you retain mutable, open, curious. This is also taking care of the inner child. This is also children represent new beginnings, birthing something new. So some of you, there is this celebration of birthing something new. I see that here. It could be a literal birth, or it could be a birth of a business. It's something that you're going to celebrate with either, at the very least, friends and family, but for many of you, it's going to be something with your socials, online or social media or podcasts. You're going to go and talk about it, about this project or book or something that you're doing. Okay, we got one more. Insecurity. Now another one got this too. So this is what to let go of or work on, is your insecurity while you go to this next level. Let's see what can help with this insecurity. Well, like I said in the other reading, we all have insecurity, grief, letting go of the past. So these are just some things that kind of hold you back, is what I'm getting, is you have all this enlightened energy. And as one of my teachers told me, look, Michele, it's positive to be very conscious and very enlightened in many parts of your life, or all parts of your life except one. And so we all have that. And it can cause us to have like an imposter syndrome. I'm not ready, I'm not good enough. And that can hold us back. But I feel like you've been working on that. Yeah, some of you, it's perfectionism. A lot of people are getting that in these readings. I think it has to do because a lot of people, there we go, completion, you're over that. So whatever you've been working through over here, this enlightenment, this light is coming in, where you realize, well, every new beginning, I might feel a little insecure. I might not know exactly what I'm going to do or where I'm going. I just feel that there's such big changes. There's big dreams, goals, desires coming through. And for many people, it's going to happen very quickly, even though it's taken a long time chronologically. But when it comes down, it's very quick, or it's a way you're not thinking about or foreseeing that throws you off. And I feel like these messages from spirit, from source energies, are saying, look, this is deemed, this is meant to happen, and you're ready for it, you're prepared for it. And if you feel a little like I'm not ready, or I'm a little insecure, okay, so what? That's the human part of you. What you need to connect into is your higher self. You need to connect into the wisdom within, the universal wisdom that's in the form of your intuition, your inner knowing, your higher self. Connect into that part of you. And that connects in through your heart. Okay, now we're going to look and see what areas of your life are most being affected in this transition, transformation, where your wishes are being granted. What areas in relationship? This area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. Well, right here, love. You have a relationship with love. A lot of love, a lot of connection, passion, purpose, feeling very passionate. Now, this, for some of you, is a relationship going to that level, meeting someone new. And for many of you, it's not just one person. It is jobs, positions, consulting gigs or positions, contracts that come in that are very abundant for you, that you're feeling much more emotionally fulfilled in your life right now, in your projects, your plans. You're feeling much more emotionally fulfilled in your plans, your projects, the people you're drawing in to work with. If there's any insecurity, you're like, oh, well, whatever. Okay, I'm not sure, or I don't know how this is going to happen, but I'm trusting my guidance, trusting my intuition. 10th house, that's what I thought. Look at that. Your achievement, status in the outer world. The 10th house is also the house of destiny. It's your public self, but it is the soul path. It's the road that you travel in the outer world. It's how you're also seen in a particular area of expertise. Your career, your job to some degree. It's not the details of your job, but it is the job that you have. So there's going to be something that comes in. For many of you, it's a contract, or someone asking you to work with them, or hiring you to do a specific job for them, or consulting, maybe, I don't know, planning workshops. It could be teaching, it could be speaking, but I also feel like it's something, it could be corporate, it could be some kind of corporate presentation. It could be them saying, hey, will you develop this for us? Or will you do this for us? Will you come and speak here? We'd love to hire you. Some of you, it is going to be something with media, maybe online media, TV, something. I do hear Netflix, I hear HBO, I hear, not Hulu, but I hear Yahoo and something else. The logo has red letters. Something. So there are definitely some opportunities that are coming for you in your life. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. but it's also bringing opportunities. That's Spirit really wants you to know there are new opportunities coming for you. Job opportunities, creative opportunities, entrepreneurial opportunities. If you're a solo business person, business opportunities, social media opportunities, branding opportunities, influencer opportunities. And through these opportunities, many of you meet someone. Your own relationship goes to a next level. You could be working in partnership with someone that you're partnered with now. There's going to be more partnerships brought in. And just as I said that, what card do I pick? Balance. Partnerships, Libra. And you've got the 7th house here. So a lot to do with contractual partnerships, committed partnerships, and working in, and we're doing this during the lunar eclipse. And what do I choose here? The lunar eclipse. So whatever is shifting for you during this full moon, lunar eclipse in Scorpio, Scorpio full moon, lunar eclipse brings change, and you've got a 43 here, which breaks down to a 10. It brings new beginnings. And didn't we have new beginning? Yeah, right here, new beginnings. This is relationship. Expect messages to be coming in, messages of work, help, let me do this, I want you to do this. This is increase also in status. This is also going to be in 10th house brings increase in status. But I feel the social media, some of you could be rebranding or retooling yourself of what you do, or someone's going to be helping you. Okay, I could go on and on with this reading because there is so much change. The slow, sticky energy is over. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Ooh, almost forgot the Roonies. Okay, let's do the Astro Dice. Mars. Mars in Sagittarius, in the 11th house. Goals, dreams, wishes, Mars. Publishing, spirituality, Jupiter energy. Expansion in that area. 11th house, hopes, dreams, wishes. You've got the 11th house here with the star. Hard times are over. Look forward to an abundance of happiness, enthusiasm, and positivity. This is wishes granted in multiple areas. In the 11th house of companions, compadres, communities, soul community, soulmates, soul family, soul group. 7th house and 10th house of relationships, business, career, bigger projects. Sagittarius, Mars and Sagittarius in the 11th house. Someone could invite you to go overseas to teach or to talk. I've got to tell you, I could be in here because I want to keep this reading so I wanted them under 20 minutes because it was supposed to be a lot quicker, just what's the wish and let's go. But with my Mercury in Leo conjunct Uranus, a tight conjunction, and Pluto conjunct my Sun, my guides are kind of chatty with that Uranus energy. And as I tap into source energy and the God, universal energies, I get in that energy and I just go. All right, so please forgive me if this is too long. Okay, here we go. Wow, Wunjo, I love it. Happiness, relationship, happiness, party, Tiwaz. This is not just it's spiritual warrior, but it is the warrior. It's coming through. Tiwaz has to do with passion, purpose, destiny. It's the male active principle. So it's being sought after. So you're going to be sought after, maybe personally, individually, in your life. Ooh, I love this. Dagaz. Oh, things improving, better and better and better. This is kind of a gradual progress. It's the sunrise. Dagaz means sun. Things getting, well, it's like sunrise, right? Actually, Sowilla is more sun. But anyway, this is a process. This is things, when you see dégâts, just know that things are getting better and better and better and better. And there's more and more increase, abundance, 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 health getting better. Wow. Tiwaz, things improving, that's the passion, the purpose, the inspiration. Wunjo, having to do with relationship, joy in life, and basically your life just improving, getting better and better and better. Wow. That's amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right, Radiant Soul Light. I can feel the energy. Your Soul Insights mantra for this part of your soul path is, as I feel and live out the alignment to my soul and attunement to my heart, my life and relationships gets better and better and better, and more fulfilling, and more happy. Some of you, I am happy and I am grateful. Namaste, Soul Light. Hey, Soul Lights. As I'm tuning into your energy, I'm hearing, I'm making thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. I'm making millions of dollars. Doing what I love to do. You're taking your dreams, making them a reality. You got the Pyrite Nugget. It's like a little golden nugget. Finding a golden nugget. You're finding a golden nugget within you. Some of you are really connecting into your own worth, your value. And you've changed a bit. You've changed what value you put to things, what you truly value and how you show this value. So you've really gotten some discernment and refinement in your life. I feel you're worth your weight in gold and beyond. I do get a galactic energy with you, a lot of star seeds, definitely light workers, light beings. But you're now saying, okay, I've done enough, I've studied enough, I've trained enough. I want to take what I do, it's worth something, it's worth value, it's worth valuable. So you're going to start assigning more value to what you do. See the card you chose, Dragonfly. Have confidence during this time of great joy, renewal, and connection to spirit. So you're going to make your connection to spirit and what you do and what you receive, the insights that you receive, you're going to make that valuable to you. You see it as value with what you do. A lot of you were ascribing your value to what other people do or society says you should do. And since that's changed, the magic, Dragonfly has a lot to do with magic. You're feeling much more magic in your life. You're feeling much more directed by spirit. So a big gift that's coming to you that's going to help you with your fortune is magic, connecting to the magic of life, the innate infinite intelligence of the all that is, that creative intelligence within us, the innate infinite creative intelligence. You are creating the magic. A lot of you may do something online that's very creative, or might be into, I don't know, anime or different, I don't know, something that is very visually spellbinding. Is it magic? Maybe you do work with magic. We'll see, but the magic is coming back into your life. It's another thing that's coming through. The magic is coming back in your life. You're opening up more to the magic of your life. And definitely, I feel with this group, there is a lot to do with finance. Okay, there's a lot to do with money, drawing in money, earned income, resources, not just financial or money, but feeling taken care of, being taken care of, setting up or having multiple sources of income or multiple resources. And a lot of you are doing it by connecting with others in a group fashion and collaborating, or bringing your gifts into some collaborative effort. You're definitely connecting into that creator economy, what I say, the currency of creativity and inspiration. There we are. memories of love. So that's something from the past that's coming forward, getting to the throat chakra, the fifth chakra. Fifth chakra is, once we clear enough the solar plexus chakra, that third chakra, we do connect into more of our soul gifts. But you have to heal the inner child, connect into the Hara center of that third chakra to be able to more fully access that throat chakra. And my throat's been acting up during these whole readings. I was doing much better. I had some wonderful distance Reiki, distance healing energy by Christy, who's in our Soul Path Journeyer Patreon community and group. The waiting game, Two of Wands. Two of Wands is dominion, so you're waiting for your opening, your opportunity. You're handling the energy well, but you're waiting for some opening or opportunity. And Four of Pentacles, it creates that foundation. So you're working on the lower chakras and the upper chakras. So this is a lot about what you get spiritually, your dreams, your goals, your desires, manifesting them in a way that builds a firm foundation for you on the material plane, on the earth plane. You're building, you're still building. So there perhaps have been a lot of challenges. So let's see. So you have to have confidence right now, confidence and faith that what you're bringing from your past is coming forward in your life at this time to build that firm foundation. There we go. Balance, Temperance, card of Sagittarius, and Three of Cups. So you have to work with others. So Spirit is going to be bringing you people to help you, to support you, where you can work with others to build this foundation. I do feel some of you are either establishing a group or something online or an app. Are you working with ChatGPT? Something that is maybe Bitcoin. There's something that you have a specific direction and goal in mind that brings in this financial. Yeah, there it is, base chakra. So you're very much focused on manifestation, security, the mundane world, the world of form, inner and outer security, financial security. We're going to see where this is going. Wisdom, Taurus energy. So use your abilities of teaching and sharing, or knowing how to develop something. What do you know how to put together? And stand your Seven of Wands and Ace of Cups. So you're attracting more fulfilling relationships and fulfilling work, and some kind of gift in the summer months that helps you on your path. Okay, we're going to get a little more clarity. I'm going to ask, or the runes here. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Wonjo. Fulfillment, happiness, getting happier, drawing people in happier situations, celebrating life, feeling better in life, feeling lighter, bringing in a lot of heart healing energy. Cano or Ken, openings. So some of you, your dream, your goal is a relationship. Now this could be partnership, but I feel with a lot of you it has to do with a relationship that makes you very happy. A partnership brings commitment. Let's see what the next rune is. Degaz, one of my favorite runes, came up again, and I shake that little rune bag before, during, and after. So you meet someone new, there's an opening, this person gets you, connects with you, likes you, ultimately loves you, and there is a happy alliance, a partnership, a relationship that develops and gets better and better and better and better over time. So if you've been asking for relationship, if that part of your life you want renewed, that is coming in for you. For some of you, if it's business partnerships, you want better partnerships or better friends, then that is helping. So you are literally creating a new foundation from which to live your life, to which to experience and express yourself as a soul being. So watch who comes in your life. Some people may come in and they're out, or you're going to keep some people on the outer circle. Some people are getting in this part of the circle. Some people are getting in the inner circle because you're growing something new, the roots. Four of Pentacles has a lot to do with roots as well. Okay? So this is about not rushing into anything. This is about building, whether Canu brings, it's the torch. It brings new direction, your way being lighted up. But it also brings romantic interest, partnerships, creative partnerships, and romantic partnerships. Completion. Wow. Something is over. The past is in the past. The memories. You're putting memories to rest. Let's see where you're going. What's coming in for you? Okay, you're moving out of complacency. Again, balance. We've got balance twice. Libra energy. This is about getting clear within yourself, any miscommunication, misalignment within yourself. And let's see what comes in. Joy. So you're in a process. This process is highlighted for the next 3 to 6 months, but it's emphasized the next 3 to 6 weeks. So you're going to notice I'm not as complacent or holding back. This other part of me is coming forward. I'm more activated. I'm attracting. I'm overcoming miscommunication. This means that also if there's anything legal or anything financial, contractual, insurance, tax stuff, that all gets handled and cleared in a very balanced and a very fulfilling way for you. It gets tied up because you're freeing up. Do you see this over here? You're freeing up. You've got new growth, joy, movement, mental clarity, the less to no worrying. I would say all this happens in the summer months. Okay, let's see. And we're going to look at the areas that are most affected. We go here at this time in your life. Got two that came out, the 9th and the 5th house. They came out at the same time. And just notice this brown, tan brown for manifesting. Also, it's a bit of the sadhu color, so you might have a strong spiritual practice. So this is romance, fun, productivity, procreativity, self-esteem up. Things are lightening up. More joy is coming. That's part of the renewal. And broadening your horizons. I'm going to say for some of you, this could be travel. And very possibly to very likely for a good chunk of you, it's going to also bring you to live in other parts of the country and other parts of the world. Now, some of you, the completion is a book, something that you started, you're going to be completing. So you're moving into a time of completion to free you up and get you in a new direction. And this is your creative projects. So 9th house ruled by Jupiter. 5th house ruled by the sun. So things, creativity, things, creating, also creative communication brings you joy, doing more of what is joyful for you as well. Okay, for some of you, there's Cancer at the bottom here. This is house and home, moving house and home. But there could be something with children, teaching children, working with children. It could also bring a birth of a child or adoption, or you start dating someone that has a small child, or if they're older, they have grandkids, small, young grandkids. So I'm seeing something more about children around you. Now, some of you, this could be a children's book. children's app, a children's project that I'm getting legacy, something that you're creating that creates a foundation for people in some kind of legacy. Okay, wow. You're very determined, very focused. Let's see, you got the Nugget. You are soul story number 6. I want to make sure I say the right soul story. Okay, I'm seeing 2 cards. Libra, balance. So you've got balance. So we're going to look at that further because you've got balance twice. You've got it here in this card, and you've got it here, and also 2 of Wands is balancing your energy. It's also entrepreneurial, visionary energy. But I feel for you, you're going to be discerning who is this my work over here, and these type of people are here, or business is here. And again, this is legacy. This to me reminds me also the roots of your rooted for life, rooted for your life, or maybe you're doing something helping people get better roots in their life. The roots, the firm foundation for life, finding out what helps you root, but also getting into that inner circle with who's in the inner circle. And then with those roots, rooted for life, it's looking to me like the tree of life. So you're learning a lot about manifestation and creativity and what works for you, what's right for you. That's the wisdomhood. That's wisdom. That is the Hierophant. The Hierophant is the higher self. You've got the book of learning here. You got a little doggy. Some of you, I keep feeling a little doggy around. I knew a little dog that looked like this, Hastings, when I lived in England. And I bet he's on the other side. I love that little doggy. I stayed in a very posh place. I think it was 13 million pounds and had, what do you call them? Housekeeper, butler, everything. And didn't know, Hastings and I were best buds. And I would take Hastings for a walk, and we met a homeless man that had his little encampment at the fire station off of Chelsea Road, and I'd take him to visit. Listen, that homeless man was an earth angel. He came to me when he passed. I didn't know he passed, but he came to me etherically, and then I went to try to find him, and it was like 3 or 4 days, and nobody knew where he was, or the other homeless that were in it, traveling. There wasn't a lot of homeless, but there was some that people knew in the area. And about a week later, there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bouquet of flowers and gifts at the side of the fire station there. And they actually did a plaque for him. He used to, the man that, I don't even remember his name, but he used to be a teacher. Then he fell on hard times and, drink, a little drug, but drink, and he didn't want to, he lost his house, and he just wanted to check out. But I used to bring him food and gloves, and we'd have these great conversations, very enlightening conversations, and then when he was done, he would turn his back to me. And until I got it, I would start talking again, and he'd look and go, "Oh, you're still here?" And I'd go, "Oh, okay, that's how we do it." So when he turns his back away, that's my time to exit. So anyway, I don't know why I shared that story with you, but I feel like you could be meeting some very magical people and getting some information, downloads from source, from God, from your guides, in very interesting or magical ways. Now, this could be your own inner knowing that you're imparting to others, or you're just going to start seeing more of the magic and mystery of life unfolding, the magic in everyday events, or with unlikely people. A person at the grocery store, at the petrol station, a homeless person. One time I heard a homeless person on the street yelling. Now, mind you, he was very imbalanced and maybe schizophrenic, but he was saying some powerful downloads that everybody needs each other and we need to connect in to the universe. I'm like, okay. So, you know what? Be just open to where you get your information. Don't judge it by the person. In other words, you might not want to hang out with the person or be around them a lot, but take the message, because you're in a very active time of receiving messages. Okay, a lot of energy. Ooh, Cancer, I feel your intuition. There's Cancer here. Cancerian energy. So be very, if you're watching this reading, I'm doing this reading, it'll go out on the 1st of May, and we have that full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, full moon in Scorpio, lunar eclipse on the 5th of May. Is it the 5th, 6th over in Europe? I'm not sure, but 5th. I do believe also, is it May this month or next? It might be July. I do know that I haven't really looked at the exact aspects, because I usually just look at my chart, so I don't, unless I'm doing an astrology reading. But I do believe, well, I know for sure it is, Venus is going into Cancer. So just be aware of that if you know your chart. But this, connecting to sensitivity and to your emotions at this time, the psychic, the elemental realm, you've got the dragonfly. This is about the elementals, the orbs of light, right? The moon in particular, the stars, the moon, night. So from sunset, right, to dusk, to twilight, very powerful time for you. Okay, let's put this here. We've got Libra, balance. Yeah, balance and joy. And then you've got this Cancer energy. So some of you could be working with women or women's issue or self-care, nurturing. Some of you food. Renewal. It's renewal of spirit. So being very conscious of what you're eating or putting in your body. Okay, most things Spirit wants you to know is you've completed a cycle. You're in a new cycle. All right, let's look at the Astro Dice. Now I knew this was going to come out. Saturn in Pisces, which we have Saturn in Pisces right now. And it's in your 3rd house. So there's something that you're to put energy to. Some gift, goal, idea, Piscean energy. Something with spirit or spirituality. To manifest it, some of you, I literally see some kind of garden, or there could be figurines, effigies, statues, something that you're making that helps people's houses, gardens, yard, home. Some of you, there could be a little bit of limitation in where you work and how you work, but just dagaz there, it's going to get better and better and better. There is a new direction coming in for you, a new relationship coming in for you. The waiting is over, brings in more joy. You will have that house, that home, that studio, that room to work from, create from. All right, soul lights, let's see your soul insights mantra. Let me feel the energy here. I transform my world with love through awareness and understanding. I'm being guided by the magic and mystery of life. Yes, yes, yes. Connect to those elementals. All right, soul lights. Please let me know how this resonates and unfolds for you. And if you feel a resonance, I'd love for you to subscribe and get the notifications, and also share the video with those you feel that it can help. Lots of love and light. Hello, Soul Light. So if you chose this beautiful tiger's eye, beautiful banded agate here, those beautiful striations, this is a lot about, you might have felt scattered, or you've had to do a lot, and so your energy was a bit maybe diluted, or in many directions. So something is being pulled in so you can better focus. This also has to do with grounding, centering, and bringing your psychic abilities or abilities to channel or receive input in a centered way in your life, to ground it or make it more of a reality. This is a lot about the base chakra, healing that and bringing in what brings stability, a sense of security on the earth plane. This brings the higher vibrational aspects of expansion and soul expression into the earth realm. So this is a lot about being earthed and being grounded with what you are creating and focused on. This also brings in the Kundalini energy in a way to use for creativity and manifestation. So this is all a lot about the earth or earth plane. Let's see the card you got. Ooh, well, of course. Goals. Progress is positive and personal goals will be achieved. So, wow. And look at the color here. So this is about manifested form for you. Your goal, your dream, your desire, your wish is being granted, and it's bringing in an abundance financially. It's bringing in a lot of money, consistent money, money that accrues, money that builds, resources that accrue, that build, whether it's digital currency, fiat, coin, gold, silver, whatever it is, you're accruing. Now, some of you maybe also have jewelry or gold or other tangible items. This says that now the focus is building. Whatever that creative idea or whatever you've been focused on, it's all culminating and coming together. So this is financial goals. These are progress in your personal goals. And I feel a lot of it is on a business level, but it can also be personal level. It's just whatever is manifesting for you at this time, right? So this is not just about changes in your thought process or mental emotional changes or changes on the spirit realm. This is bona fide, tangible change for the better, for the positive on the earth plane. Manifestation, manifested form, increase financially, abundance. Not only renewal, but building in this area. Wow. Okay, let's see. This card wants to come over. Okay, we're going to do 3 shuffles because I shuffled a lot in between. I really wanted to clear the energy because I felt this reading was very different. We'll see how the other 2 soul stories go. Let's see what we've got here. Throat chakra. So this is a lot about your dreams, goals, desires, manifesting, tangible. This is earth plane. This could be inheritances also. Waiting game. 2 of Wands. So you've had to handle some situation very positively. You being a visionary. This is also about discernment and focusing. Now, soul story number, the one before you, what is that? Soul story number 6 got this card also. So you're walking your own trajectory, your own life. You have to just be discerning boundary-wise with people and other things that pull you off. Spirit is trying to get you to center on some goals and dreams, some things that have the potential right now, that have more potential. Okay, the card of manifesting. Knowing that you have all that you need inside you. This is the Magician. Virgo, Gemini energy, Mercury. Higher mind, intellect, to manifest. So I don't know if it's an idea or you've just been slogging, consistently working on something, With that Two of Wands, you've been working with what you have. You have a realization, I got to make this a reality. I've got to manifest this. I've got to make this tangible. I got to focus on the result right now. And so it's paying off. Transformation. 13-4, changes are now positive. Powerful. Changes that are happening are very positive. They're powerful. The changes are possible that are happening. We've got the Death card, Scorpio. So we have Scorpio energy, Pluto for deep transformation and power. Moving on underneath the throat chakra. You've gotten the message from your higher self to move on from something or someone or a way of being. What begins to come in for you is the Two of Cups, spiritual union. Someone to help you manifest. There's going to be a meeting of the minds. Now, this could be a connection of a collaborator, a creative person, or a person that has what you need and you have what they need. You have the idea, and they can help you make it a reality, or they can help promote it, generate it, advertise it. So there's a coming together. Let's do this thing. Let's create this abundance. You've got infinity here. Gold again. Let's put our heads together. Now, I'm getting this more in the context of a creative business venture, projects, collaboration, but it can still also be a committed partnership, commitment, partner, marriage, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, friend, just friend or friends, part of your group, or meeting someone that helps you go to this next level. Okay, so you're moving on from people that can't help you. Let's just be very clear. Soul story number 7. There is a timely relationship that's coming in that helps you with your goals, that has exactly what you need. Wow, power. Strength card. I got the power. You know that song? So we've got Leo here. We've got strength. We're moving on. We've got patience and planning. Someone comes in to help you. 4, reevaluating. Now, why are you reevaluating? Let's look at that. So this person comes in, or you're starting to draw in more money, earn more income, or you receive a lump sum of income or bonus or an additional job. There's something that comes in. Your goals start manifesting. You start achieving more. This help comes in. You start working on the projects. And you need to take a break. For what reason? Patience. Okay. Gosh, I keep hitting the camera. Sorry about that. There's so much energy coming through. I had to stand up. There's so much psychic energy. My crown is like just on fire, tingling, and I just feel all this energy. I think it started around the 5th or 6th soul story. The energy shifted. So patience. This is Sagittarius. Okay, I'm hearing what you're creating takes time. But it is happening. So it's going to happen in stages. Okay, what is soul story number 7 need to know most about what they're drawing in? What is it going to happen, or what do they need to do? Do they need to... Spiritual strength. Again, you've got power here. Strength card. No, you just need to persevere. Movement again. So you're preparing. Now, some of you could be preparing your house or where you live with the Chariot. You could be preparing your body. It could be all the above. You could be moving or preparing to move, or you could be changing up your house in a way that, or a room in your house to make it more workable for what it is that you want to do. So this is victory is assured from this union, from the spiritual strength. You've got Cancerian energy here. So there's a lot with taking care of your body. Some of you could be getting a car, selling a car and getting a new car, or taking care of things that have to do with a car or transportation. Or maybe you're signing a new lease, or you're moving and there's a lease, or I don't know. So, okay, this is assured, these goals, the financial achievement, the personal goals, but you're still doing the steps. There's still step by step by step. There's still this planning and putting things together. What I'm trying to do is see if spirit, if not spirit, your own higher self or guides, my guides, the oversouls, will let you know a time frame on this. I'm really feeling to ask that. Base chakra, 7. Could be 7 months. Base chakra goes with that planning. Let's see, it's saying to stand your ground. New beginnings, there it is. Uranus. So sudden change. So you can't plan it. This reading is just to tell you that it's happening, that your goals are manifesting, your achievement, there's renewal, financial building up, having a sense of security, people to help you, and a specific person coming on your path. Quite a few people coming to help you, but the one in particular that's really going to help you, and I feel they have a business sense also. Okay, let's see. Let's any more information. Ooh, let's see. I've got 3 cards there. All right, we'll take it. Discovery. You're going to be discovering something new. Pulling away from the surface of the facade. So get below the surface. Use your perception, your intuition of the magician to look below the surface. That they're telling me growth is here. It's already happening. You've got the butterflies here, the monarch, and I don't remember what this butterfly is called, but you've got the growth. You have to use your perception, and you're going to be discovering something new, a new channel, a new aspect, a new focus. But you have to look below the surface. That's where the green is. That's where the transformation is. So this is already happening. Maybe not to the degree that you want, but it is already happening. All right, let's see what the beautiful, my runes. I'd love to put the link, but I don't remember where I got these. Okay. Because they're made quite well. They're made with bone and hand carved. Okay, we got a lot of runes here. Do I take them all? How many are here? 5. Okay. Okay, here we go. Haglaz or Hagalaz. This is kind of like the tower in a way. It's disruption, big change that you can't foresee. Pertho, the dice cup, right? Perth or Pertho. Fate, destiny, secrets kept from you. So the exact way and how and when all of this happens for you, your higher self is probably not telling you. Mine is not telling me. Spirit is not telling me. The spiritual hierarchy and the oversouls aren't telling me. No matter which way I ask it, it's like it's here, it's happening. Trust. You're going in a new direction. There is something that is going to be opening, a new doorway. This could be a new project, a new job, something. It could only be for 2 or 3 months or a month. Something you do puts you in a new, it opens up. It's like the energy releases. The opening is there. It could be this way or this way, whatever. There's this opening. And you have Ken, opening. Ken or Cano as torch has to do with light, lighting the way or bringing information, enlightenment, insight, but it also has to do with a man. So I do feel for a lot of you, now again, because this is a general reading, it could be any gender, but I feel for most of you it is a man coming in your life, or that's already in your life, or just coming in that somehow opens the door, opens a way. That's how I think you're going to know them. That it's business. It's a business. Now, some of you with spiritual union, it could bring down the road, it could be some kind of, I heard romantic conquest. I think they're going to really be into you and see your gifts, and maybe they are pursuing you. But they somehow open the door to something within you or what you see. They give you another perception of yourself and what you're doing. Now, this it could also be, because this is a general reading, if it's not a man, it's a woman that is in the world, that opens a door, that's very active in the outer world, or specifically in some kind of group. Now, when we get to the areas, the cards that show the area of your life that will be most affected, that can give us more information. But here we have Gibu, or Jeff, a kiss, a promise, a contract. This is a relationship coming in. Now, yes, it can be romantic, but I want to leave it open, because I don't feel, even if it is a romantic partnership leading to marriage, it's either that person is also a business connection and relationship, or there is business connection, because we have Theo as the result, which has to do with increase. Theo has to do with cattle, and cattle was used as negotiation, to barter, to trade, was used in trade. So this is trade picking up, commerce, money, finance, increase, abundance. This could also bring in, if we read it as a relationship, a new relationship that you don't see comes in. There's a partnership, and they're very much into you. They're very, of their affection, there's an increase in affection in your life. They have affection for you. So Theo, I love Theo. Theo is an amazing, so is Gibu or Jeff, Jeff, Jeof. Jeff, Gibu. It's a gift. So you have a gift coming in. Soul story number 7. You have a gift that has to do with finance. It could be a gift of money, a gift of finance. It could be someone bringing you a gift of how to, earn or receive more money or finance or resources or income, or, this new beginning that you don't yet see coming. Now let's look and see what area of your life will be most affected, what areas. Now it could be other areas, but for this reading, this is the ones that we're going to look at. 12th house, something or someone from the past that comes back. An idea, a dream, a goal. Be very open to your dreams at this time. You're receiving messages through your dreams. 7th house, partnerships, relationships. This could be a past life relationship, past life partnership, past life agreement, or even this lifetime, someone in the past coming back to help you or support you. Or a dream, goal, idea that you put in action, then there's somebody helping you. And then we also have the 10th house. So there's a lot to do with finance, money. 10th house is house of Capricorn. We've got Libra here. And then we have Pisces. So make sure you meditate. Make sure you tune within, align to the cycles, that you're not rushing, that you spend time renewing, trusting spirit, trusting your higher self, trusting source energies. You're being given a chance. Another chance. For some of you, you're giving another chance. You've been given a chance, you're being given a chance. So this is something that you really want on a deep, deep soul level, deep in your subconscious. It's a dream, a goal, a desire you haven't forgot. Maybe you've put it on the side, or many of you on the back burner, because you didn't think it was going to happen. And it has to do with relationship, partnership, commitment. It's working with family-like business, a family business, working with another person that can help you, so you don't have to do it all alone. This is about your achievements in the world, which is bringing in this financial increase and abundance. Wow. Okay, let's get more information. Just heard the word Todd, named Todd. Tehachapi, I don't know where that is. Okay, here we go. Second house, owning. Some of you are going to own your own house or pay off your house. And then we have Pisces, I believe. So you need to just tap into the belief I believe this can happen. I believe this dream goal can happen. I believe it can happen. I believe it is happening. I believe it's happening bit by bit. So the 12th house with Pisces is about faith. Faith in your dreams, goals, desires, and what you want. Because what you want is what your soul wants. Your soul's guiding me. And again, it has to do with finance, owning. The 2nd house. It has to do with finance. So yourself as a resource, seeing your value, valuing your work, your worth, but also money. This is about financial stability. Financial stability. Let's put these. Okay, let's see the astro dice for messages for soul story number 7. Taurus, money. What you own. Taurus, the phrase for Taurus is I have. You're going to own more, have more, finance, money, resources. Venus, high-ticket items, luxury items, or, again, a house, a home. Could be a car with the Chariot there, a better car, a luxury car, a bigger house, a better house. Some of you are here, a studio, an art studio, music studio, recording studio. And you've got the 1st house, so it's about you, and you've got Neptune. So your dreams, your goals that you have individually bring you the resources that you need and want in your life. So that is your reading, my dear soul lights. Beautiful. Believe that you have from the Akashic, the astral, the etheric, and it manifests on the denser physical reality. All right, if you feel a resonance, I'd love for you to like the video and share it. If you haven't subscribed, it would really help this amazing community of beautiful soul lights to grow and connect with other people. Most of all, I just wish you so much love, light, and wisdom, and that you believe in this positive turning point. Have a positive expectation for what is unfolding for you. Your Soul Insights mantra is, as I align to my true nature, I connect to my soul, attune to my heart, manifesting the dreams and goals from my soul's desire. Namaste. Much peace and light. Hello, Radiant Soul Light. Great to connect with you. So this is soul story number 8, the 8 infinity, the higher self and the lower self extending, expanding into the higher self. And you chose Pyrite cube. So I feel like there's a lot about your higher self connecting with your lower self or the little self to manifest more from the higher self for stability. This is about centering and having a deep inner stability that is reflected in the outer stability of your life. The card you chose, celebrations. You're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. Yes. Let's take a look at this. How is this soul gift going to manifest for your great fortune and for wish fulfillment? You're celebrating the attainment of goals. Okay, let's get tarot here. So there is a lot about achievement and attainment. Now, some of you could also be completing some kind of course or class or school. You could be recognized for going into a new level. Some of you, this could be formal education. Some of you, this is Earth School. Okay, I'm going to do 3 shuffles. Now, also I do hear for some of you there is celebrations, maybe it's graduation, anniversary, marriage. You're coming into a time of a lot of celebrating and a lot of connecting with friends and family, various groups. There could be family renewal, renewal of certain connections in a family. This could bring family events that you're connecting with also. Oops, we got the Triumph. Okay. Ace of Swords. So, insight and new direction. Some new idea is coming in that brings a lot of clarity, a lot of understanding in your life. And it begins to forge out a new pathway for you. I would also say look for bigger changes in the winter months. Okay, something you're cutting out or moving on from. Let's look and see. Yeah, there it is, emotional loss. And new partnerships and alliances. So there could have been a divorce, separation, or breakup, or there is. And you're meeting someone new. And or you are leaving some kind of job situation, some kind of career path, or for a lot of you, a job that you get a better job that you feel the people get you more. There's more of a partnership or alliance. So definitely, if you're not doing it now, I would say by the close of the year, or depending on when you watch this video, in the winter months. Okay, third eye chakra. These two cards want to come out. There we go. 9 of Pentacles. Power, strength card, and courage. Strength, courage, standing your ground, 7 of Wands. So this is either negotiating for a new position. This could be about a relationship where you give either this changes, or we go to therapy, or we work this out, or I'm gone. Or it could be at work. All I know, it's in the area of relationship. Because you're cutting out a way of being. You're cutting something out that has brought a lot of emotional disappointment, emotional upheaval, or ups and downs in relationship. It could be, again, business partnership. It could be friendship, and it could be collegial, collaborative. It could be romantic. It could be spousal. It's partnerships of all kinds that's bringing you a new alliance. Now, some of you could be working with an attorney or some kind of mentor or teacher, a counselor, somebody that is a liaison, a mediator, some kind of liaison that is helping you. Yeah, deception. See, you're really shifting out of this cycle. Suffering in silence. 9 of Swords. A lot of anxiety, but that brings a level of transformation, heartache, loss. This is why I get there's something you're leaving. I don't know. Is it a relationship, situationship, something you're moving on from? Your friends are going to celebrate you for that. And it does bring a wish fulfillment and brings the universe new beginnings. Taurus, Scorpio, we've got Pluto energy here. So, if you're leaving something or someone, there is a more fulfilling or better aligned, healthier, more life-enhancing, life-confirming, life-affirming something or someone that comes in. For some of you, this could be a cycle of the past that's held you back. There could have been a lot of anxiety, or you could be having anxiety right now over these changes that I'm seeing that you're going to be making, or you have anxiety over making the changes. Now, what's interesting, what's coming from source energies, is you're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. So I sense that you're still kind of wrapping up this loss, emotional loss, healing, maybe some deception, or someone not being totally honest with you, or you can't be totally honest with someone because they can't, or you're in a position where you're building the new and it's not time yet to say everything that you're going through, right? It's not the time. Let's look for you at what area of your life is most affected. What areas are we talking about? The 6th house, routine. Having the time. Now, some of you, there's been some rehabilitation of your body, maybe mental health, maybe mental, emotional health has held you back, or physical health. There's been some physical, mental, emotional, or physical impairment. I want you to get a closer look at this card. Let's see, put it over here. What other area of life? 12th house. Wow. So a lot with the past, perhaps depression, anxiety, whether diagnosed or just in general, you know, loss, exhaustion, tired. And then the 10th house, because you're having to do a lot on your own or really work. So work, you know, work is kind of taking a toll on you. So this is saying to address the mental, emotional health, the physical health, any anxiety. Now, you know, whether that's going to a doctor or, you know, healthcare practitioner, nurse practitioner, holistic health doctor, naturopath, acupuncture, chiropractor, whatever, healing energy. You know what to do for you, is what I'm hearing. And give it some time, because that not that long from now, there is this up level of energy that comes in. And I feel like you're going to have support, or you're going to have help in whatever you need. Part of it is you haven't had enough help. With that 9 of Pentacles here, it's showing you're doing a lot on your own, or the people around you are, maybe they're not able to help you as much. Maybe you have small children around, or a partner isn't home all the time, or maybe the people that you work with aren't, you know, full-time, aren't as supportive, or whatever. I'm going to see if that gets worked out. No, more likely you go to a next level, and maybe you can afford to pay someone, or some money comes in, or you let go of something. With that Ace of Swords, you let go of something. And just as I said, let go of something, look what we have here. Release. Oh, I keep hitting that camera. Okay, release. You let go of something that you thought was perfect. But the thing is, whatever you release, it puts you in the perfect situation, the perfect focus for what it is that you want to do or need to do. So you let go of something, someone, something that's been burdening you and holding you back. Or it's like, okay, I can't do that right now. Yeah, see, you've been feeling isolated. Now, whether this is self-imposed or just by life, but all this isolation, it's caused you to really think and feel what's right for you. I feel like you're hearing your own inner knowing. That's why you're getting that insight in that Ace of Swords here. And it's bringing growth. And it's bringing the wish fulfillment. So actually, this tough time that you went through, being isolated or doing more on your own or having the vision, maybe your partner didn't have the vision and hasn't been able to be so supportive of you. But doesn't matter, because what's coming in now, you will be believed. Your Leo expression and experience is coming in. Strength, wish fulfillment, growth. And it's creating the newness. So some of you, maybe you save money or put money aside, or maybe your partner or friends or family were saying, no, we got to do this, or you're not going to be able to do this. But now you're proving them, shall I say it, wrong. You're like, I did it. I was able to do it. Or we were able to do it. So you're going to have more people on your side. Okay? There's going to be more people that now believe in the way you do what you do, or believe like, wow, I guess they do know something, or they do know themselves, or they did know this market, or they did know this area. So just don't overshare or overdo. Let things build. Pluto, you're in a transformation. Here we go. Pluto, the Scorpio energy of transformation. You literally are transforming your life from lack, limitation, and you're bringing in Jupiter energy, abundance. Increase financially, increase in friends, family, support, but a lot of celebration into what you have achieved in your life. So there could be some kind of award given to you, some kind of certificate, definitely acknowledgement and validation from those around you, maybe within a specific group as well. Let's see. Let's look at the runes. So So we're looking at Pyrite. Yeah, you no less quietly, without talking or blabbing or bragging, you have been creating your own firm foundation and some kind of very positive, very Jupiterian opportunity. You've been preparing. This is the story of luck, which is preparation meeting opportunity. There could be some envy. Some people could say, why didn't you tell me? I didn't know you were doing this, or this was going to happen, or you were working on this. So they might feel a little deceived. But the thing is, you're not meant to tell everything or share everything before it's in a certain level. Now, the thing is, you have to also know that some decisions you make may impact others. Maybe you're going in a different direction or a new direction, and that could be causing some anxiety over the decisions. Okay, let's look and see. Yeah, Thurios, thorn. Hope you can see that. So, yeah, this is, let me make sure you can see this. This is Thurios. This is thorny patch. This is effort. This is, you get a good payoff. Things bounce back. This is great. The yew tree, things bounce back, you go to that next level. Pertho, we're getting a lot of Pertho. Now, I'm doing this reading during a time of a lot of magic. With that, we had the solar eclipse, new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Now we have the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio. It's aspecting the south node in Scorpio, opposing the north node, Uranus in the north node, Mercury in Taurus. That's hitting, Uranus. So there's a lot with this scorpionic energy. We've got it here with Pluto, right? Transformation, the death card. There's a lot that's changing that people can't see. There's a lot being held back from your guides, from your higher self, that the ego can't know, the human part doesn't know. You're being asked to trust what's in your cup of fate. What's in your cup of fate? You have to trust. You have to take a healthy risk on yourself. Try something new. Be open. Maybe it's just a new perspective. It doesn't have to be jumping in something or out of something or new belief or ideas. Just like, let me just be more open. Let me show how much I've grown. There's growth. So, yeah, you're moving forward, or whatever bounces back gets you in a new direction. But Pertho also usually has to do with the secrets kept from you, secrets revealed, but a promise of a better future. It's essentially, it's luck. It's rolling the dice, but it's I perceive it as lucky. I know in the runic tradition they say, well, it's not always lucky, but you've got Jupiter here for abundance, so it's definitely going to be lucky. You're going to get a lucky break, is what I'm hearing, and you're going to be celebrating yourself, and other people are going to be celebrating you. All right, let's look here at the Astro Dice. Ooh, 8th house. Pluto, Scorpio energy, 8th house. Jupiter again, Jupiter and Sagittarius in the 8th house. Wow. Okay, this is a transformation that changes your worldview, changes where you live, how you live. It's a very powerful change. So some of the changes that are coming in are financial. It affects the 8th house of inheritance, taxes, sex, increase. This is the house of strong emotional connections that bring in, just want you to see this. These emotional connections bring in people that you could call karmic in a way, but they're people that where's 8? There we go. Can you see that? People that you really, that there's a deep connection, emotional soul connection. So there's a lot of soulmate. Now, some of these soulmates may look different from you or be different, or maybe from a different culture, speak a different language, or they're coming from another land, other lands. Or some of you meet these deep connections or a deep connection while you're traveling. Now, I also feel some of you with a Jupiter here a couple times in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. I'm getting 7th house, some kind of publishing or creating something and putting it out there in the world. But the Jupiter is bringing increase of people that are more aligned to you spiritually or in your beliefs. You're aligning to the higher vibrational beliefs, higher understanding. You are downloading or creating something that you're going to take a chance on and putting it out there in the world. Now, it could be through publishing or creating something that gets you not only in a new direction, but this is also a new way of drawing in income. Now, whether this is residual income, earned income, or income that pays off, it's income that you put something out and then it keeps generating more. It keeps accruing or building. Now, this could be investments. This could be a good investment that pays off, and then you're celebrating that. So you're ready to bring new and exciting things into your life. I think the word new and exciting is very pivotal, because I feel the growth that's coming in for you is going to be very exciting for you. It's going to be very, not just fulfilling, but exciting. Like, where is this going? What's next? Where is this relationship going? Where is this situation going? Where am I going? Some of you could be traveling more and then visit someplace and then decide to live there. I mean, literally, some of you, I do see wine or champagne or Prosecco or something, apple cider, whatever. I do see this as literal also, the celebration that is going to be with food and merriment after a time of isolation and feeling held back and feeling you've had to do a lot on your own. This abundance comes in of more people around you and opportunities that are generating more income for you. Okay, especially because you've got the 8th house there. But it's also just saying that it's bringing just better relationships or deeper connections into your current relationships, or a new relationship or relationships that there's a deep connection. You're going to feel that with the 12th house, you're going to feel a connection, a past life connection or karmic connection, like we're both working on this together. We're both at the same place, and we can be supportive of each other. And this is also to bring that achievement, higher achievement in your work, purpose, and career. So the outer world will be very highlighted for you. This is why I feel like it could be a bonus, a raise in pay, or you get that job that you've been looking for, that position, whether consulting or more clients or a specific client, something that you're going to be doing more public comes to fruition in a way that brings a lot of abundance to you. All right, Radiant Soul Light, your Soul Insights mantra for this part of your path is: in aligning to my soul, I open to the abundance of the universe that is being drawn to me. So that's really important. You're opening to the abundance of the universe that is being drawn to you. Okay? It's coming to you. It's your abundance from the universe. Expect a gift from the universe. Namaste. Much peace and light. Hello, Soul Light. So, last but not least, all right, as I was shuffling, I'm thinking, God, I had the vision of 9 cards when I did my meditation this morning for the reading. A few readings came through that I'm going to be doing for this beautiful Soul Path community. And then I thought, 9 cards, let me change it to 6. And I clearly heard no. I asked a couple times from the guides and the oversouls, no. You're working through the vibration of 9 for endings, culmination, completion, and new beginnings. And 9 brings an increase to the individual. So here we are, and here you are. And you've got turquoise, which has to do with cleansing and purifying. Turquoise also has to do with grounding energy. It has to do with grounding or anchoring your psychic abilities. Turquoise has to do also because it is the stone, although all stones and crystals have to do with the earth plane, dear beautiful Mother Earth, but specifically turquoise is known as the symbol or stone or crystal of Mother Earth. So you're grounding something, you're healing, you're becoming more empowered, you're purifying something. Is it your body? Is it your mind? Is it your food? Is it the influences around you? There's something that is purifying so that you can connect more completely to your soul and to more undiluted spiritual energy. So there's a lot of brown here for anchoring, also a golden energy that comes in. So there's a lot also to do with wisdom and anchoring that wisdom in your everyday living, and also connecting into the royal aspect of you on the earth plane, your royal lineage. Okay, let's see what card you got. Very curious. Wow, Sun. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. Well, that's definitely turquoise or turquoise. Opening your heart. Turquoise has to do with a heart connection and definitely healing the heart or healing parts of our life that need attention, nourishing, nurturing, and care. Sun card having to do with Leo, opening up to the fullness of life. And so this tells me that something that you've been working on spiritually is starting to manifest in your life. The abundance, the insight, the creative energy, the creative dreams, goals, visions, the creative plan. Something is opening up in your life that is bringing a blossoming. There is enormous growth that's coming in on a very tangible level for you. Okay, let's see this card. I saw a card that wanted to come out. Third eye, coming out of heartache and loss. Yeah, so you've been doing a lot of healing. Heartache, loss. You know, all the 3s in the tarot correspond with the Empress. So the way we heal our heartache and loss and soothe ourselves is through our creativity, is through gratitude and seeing the abundance of the earth, of the universe. Connecting into Mother Earth, connecting into beauty and light, and doing some form of creativity. Now for you, it could be some form of envisioning, or acting upon your visions, or the inspiration or insight that you get can bring a lot of healing energy for you. And this is in the position of the past, the loss, and what comes in, obstacles, challenges. 5 of Wands is the card of persistence, perseverance, persistent effort. And it's also trusting the divine. So this is a time for you to trust the divine, that whatever you've been going through, whatever you've purified, cleansed, cleared, whatever soul gifts you have, it is a time to manifest them into the denser physical reality. And that seems to be a big part of this reading for everyone, is that there's about moving into manifesting form. And now I said movement, moving into manifested form. So there's choices, there's decisions. It's the 2 of Pentacles. It's balancing the past and the present. It's balancing the emotional body and the physical body, the emotions, the physicality, the mental realm and the emotional realm. So it's also about budgeting your time, your energy. So this isn't, you're in a building phase, but I would say more of a blossoming phase. Spirit is saying, do not stay locked in a conventional view of things. building does not have to be linear. It can be circular. And then you've got the power of strength, the card of Leo, right underneath the card of the sun card Leo. So this is about creative expression. And I would say manifesting and living from a higher dimensional aspect of you. What does that mean? You're living more from the higher self, or more from the aspirational self, more from insight and inspiration. And there we go again, movement, 8 of Pentacles. So there is a lot about movement, moving forward, having the energy to move forward, the persistence, the perseverance, opening up to inspiration so that you're doing your actions from inspired action, which is less exhausting for you. Okay? And so this positive movement that you have that's moving you forward in your life is happening through choices, decisions. The small decisions in your life are causing the growth, and then there's going to be a huge blossoming of growth. And for recognition and reward, 3 of Pentacles. Now this is also about working with others, working within a group focus, and getting acclaim, acknowledgement, validation from those that you work with or work for, or perhaps that work for you. So this could be groups in an organization, in an educational facility, a system. It could be within a community. It could be within a corporation, a company. It could also be within any area of your expertise, right? This could have to do with your group online or in your socials, right? Your social media. This could be a new group. This could be from school. This could be from graduation or graduating from a new level in life. So you are seen more. This is also about being seen more, the recognition. Now this is coming from your soul. I definitely get an Akashic message from you that on a soul level you've had some issues or trouble being seen, or being seen clearly, right? You see that beautiful burst, starburst, sunburst. There's been issues about being seen clearly. You're starting to be more and more seen clearly. Clearly seen. There we go. Overcoming not being seen, overcoming miscommunication. So there's going to be, from that 2 8s, 8 has a lot to do with patterns, beliefs, relating patterns, family patterning, generational patterning, societal patterning, karmic, cause and effect from years to thousands to eons of years that you're overcoming, that you're focusing on the big picture. Now, some of you are missing your beautiful galactic community, family, your star brothers and sisters. Some of them are right with you, though. Open up. You are wanting to be elsewhere. And things are going to be moving. 2 8s break down to a 16, 7. That is the Tower, disruption, change. So 8s are all about process, the process of change. So from this change and working within yourself, working hard on yourself, working hard and focused on a profession or some goal or desire, there is a breakthrough. There is hope, renewed energy. There is connection and collaboration. You are connecting and collaborating with the universe. There is connection and collaboration with the universe. There is cooperation now with the universe. You're feeling seen, that your prayers are being answered, that you're being seen by the universe, by God, by the all that is. You are activating the law of magnetic attraction to attract on a higher vibrational frequency. You are embodying, opening up to, and using the innate infinite intelligence, that creative intelligence of the universe, or the all that is. And we've got the 9. Okay, we're going to look at that. We've got the 9 of Swords. I want to see. So we've got the 3 of Swords, 9 of Swords. So you're working through a bit of anxiety. Maybe that's why turquoise could be helpful Get yourself a turquoise stone to hold. Give the anxiety to Mother Earth. Give it to the higher self. Just hand it over to Mother Earth. You take care of this. Hand it over to God. Hand it over to the universe. You take care of this. I don't know what this is. I don't know what to do. You hand it over. You're learning how to move forward with less anxiety, less worry, and to release the loss, the heartache, and to transmute that energy into usable energy. You're learning to persevere through the ups and downs of the world so that you complete. That's that Four of Wands. You create a new foundation based on your new achievements. And this is the rainbow. Things getting better. Clarity, insight. This brings connections, collaboration, commitment. This brings relationships that are supportive. Can also bring marriage, and it can bring relationships of a contractual nature. So that's where you're going. So some of the growth is some kind of contractual relationship that brings you much more stability. Okay, conflict, another 5 here. So 2 5s distill to a 10, that new beginning. So I'm just going to tune in, because what I get with this reading is there is a lot of kind of doubt. Maybe that's why you've got the card of turquoise. Be very aware of the foods that you eat. There we go, victory, success. Notice 6 of Wands. So overcoming the challenges of the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, you're overcoming the challenges, you're persevering, you're persisting. So it's moving from worry and struggle, strife, into persistence, because you have to persist on the earth plane. So I definitely feel for you that this is a new level with that 4 Wands of understanding that you're not necessarily doing anything wrong, that to manifest or draw in what you want or just anything on the earth plane takes time. It takes persistence, perseverance, continued effort, due diligence. There's all these kind of Capricorn things that you've been having to do, all these kind of earth due diligence things that you've had to do. And so you're learning, what do I do with my doubts and my fears or inner conflict? What's the best way for me to move through those? For some of you, it's something with your spirit or spirituality. And it's also to transmute that into work. This is definitely that you're needing to have more support with what you do, though, also. Let's look at that. So I want to get, let's look at the runes. Some insight for the runes here for this amazing group that's been going through so much and persevering and making it through. Aha, Manaz, humankind, mankind, humankind. If you cut in the middle, it's joy. So when we understand, that's human nature. That's just how that person is. That's how humans are. That's how I'm on my human level. When we begin to understand even what we don't understand, to be willing to say, I don't understand this. This is just a human part. This is just the way humanness is, or the human world is, the earth plane is. We begin to have more joy because we don't necessarily try to change it or to judge it as something wrong. We just go, I don't understand this situation, or I don't really understand this person, but that's just part of humanity. So what that brings you is increased insight, but also there's emotional increase, financial increase. It lightens things up for you, soul story number 9. And you are number 9. This is the ending of this cycle, and it brings you protection. You are being protected. You've got the sign of protection here. It's Ewas. So this is telling me, okay, you're going to be protected through your challenges, through the challenges, but there's increase. You get more confidence, more power, more empowerment, more confidence. Leo is all about confidence. Leo, strength card, power, confidence. Confidence. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So as you go through these challenges, you get more confidence and you recognize, you give yourself a reward, but other people see what you've gone through. So anybody, even if it seems like there's a get-rich scheme, and sometimes there are, but usually people have tried multiple things. Yeah, there can be a glitch in the matrix where you put something out and boom, it goes viral or picks up, or you get, I don't know. Yes, that happens, but it's not kind of the norm. So just know that you're making progress, you're making gains, you are protected through the changes you're going through, and to persevere. As you tap more in, I'd go outside at night and look at the stars. As I was in the desert, I did see shooting stars. So you're being kind of asked to connect into the metaphysical part of you, the galactic, the starseed, the other dimensional. Whoa, let's see. Well, let's do this. Expansion coming up for you. Put those back because we don't see them. Well, this is where areas of self-worth. Okay, we'll look at them. So what's coming in for you? Expansion, which is what this card says. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. So expansion, your self-worth has come up. You're seeing the royalty of you, which is also Leo energy. Passion, there's more passion in your life, more passion and purpose with that Eight of Wands. Things pick up. You connect into the passion of life, the passion of your growth and your abilities, and prayer and service. So you could be of soul service or doing spiritual service or a light worker, helping others in some form of service, or you see what you do as a form of service. And then you have prayer. Well, I feel what unblocks you is your spiritual essence, the spiritual aspect of your being, applying your spiritual aspect of being to the mundane, to the material world. Remember that the material world, the mundane world, the earthly world is simply spirit and form. It's consciousness made manifest. And so your prayer aligns beyond the blocks, the obstacles, beyond the fears, beyond the anxiety. It goes into the undifferentiated energy, the manifesting energy, the consciousness. And that energy gets stronger and more viable to break up, to loosen up the chains that hold you back, the anxieties. Okay, so that's the use of prayer. Okay, now we're going to look at what area of your life, or areas, see what cards come out, areas that are most being affected at this time. Second house, finance. So there's been a punch. Your assets, finances, and the things that you value. But this is actually where the gifts are going to come from also. So you may have not, and interesting enough, the second house has to do with self-worth. It is the house of value, but valuing ourself, what we know, how we do things, our gifts, our soul gifts, our talents, our abilities, and seeing and feeling them as valuable, recognizing them as valuable. So as your self-worth comes up, so does your finances. Your finances increase, your money increases, your assets increase. So you're going to be focusing a lot on assets. There's new assets coming to you in your life. There's more value coming to you in your life at this time. And so that value is definitely resources, your individual personal resources, and how those resources bring you income, financial increase. We've got the 12th house also. Well, to me, this is the subconscious. You may want to do hypnotherapy or work with dreams, subliminal MP3s, meditation or hypnotherapy. just healing of the subconscious, having healing music on. Be very aware of what are the influences that you bring in your life or that you have around your house. In other words, if you're feeling down, you can put on music that makes you feel down, or that you want to cry to or journal to. But see it as a process and don't stay stuck there. Then put on some uplifting music, joyful music. Third house, get out and about. That's what I hear. This is the potential to learn something new. This has to do with your local neighbor, your siblings. A lot of you, I feel there's heartache or heartbreak from siblings or family members. Maybe your old environment, old neighborhood. There could be loss around that. But you're making peace with it. You're making peace with whether it's kindred spirits, siblings, or people from your neighborhood or that you grew up with, around your family. There's a making peace and moving on. Movement, moving on. There's a moving on. So a lot with the third and second house for you. Let's see if any other area is coming up. No, really second and third house. It's also how you communicate. So you have that third eye focus. It has to do with intention. Okay, 10th house, money. Okay, so there's a lot with the 10th house, career, money. So you're really up-leveling in your finances so that you have more, you can buy more, do more with your money, is what I'm hearing. Okay, 12th house is also prayer, has to do with faith. And we're going to get one more. And let's see, one more message. Two more. Libra, balance. Make sure you're not overgiving in relationships. And then feel. Be very connected to your feelings. Cancerian energy, Libra, Cancer. So the home. So make sure you have a sacred space, a safe place in your home. Place that's just for you to recharge, or time to recharge. Keep balance in your relationships. Keep balance within you as well. Your own personal individual life. And be very connected to influences, foods, people, environments. Notice, is this draining me? Is this bringing me energy? Do I have the energy to deal with this right now? All right, let's get the last message from the Astro Dice for you. Radiant Soul Light. 5th house. All right, Leo. We've got Leo. Neptune. So Neptune and Leo in the 5th house. So we've got the sun here, or strength ruled by the sun card here, 5th house, Leo. A lot of Leo energy. Follow your passion of service. So there's some things that you can create, that you can do. Is it work? Is it projects that you can do that you love doing, that fulfills you, makes you feel happy, that makes you feel joyful, that makes you feel that I'm in service, I'm doing what I love doing, what brings me joy in service. And that is also going to contribute to your resources, to your finances and your assets. So this is about Neptune. It's about your dreams, your goals, your desires. It's really about your dreams, making those dreams a reality, and taking time to focus on your dreams and what fulfills you, brings you joy, and to have more fun. This is about having more fun also in your life, doing more of what you love to do. Because there is enormous growth coming up for you. Financial growth, growth in a way that you can express your soul gifts and your talents and your abilities. That's the next level. You're going to have a place and a way, a system, a way of doing it. So the project, it's going to be different for each of you. You will know the way. All right, your Soul Insights mantra to support you on your path is, I now confidently and happily align to the energy of expansion that is coming through me from the universe for me. Yes. Radiant Soul Lights, thank you for the honor of tuning in for you. If you feel a person could benefit from this reading, please share it. If you feel a resonance and you want to let me know how this resonated for you and how it's unfolding for you, I'd love to connect with you in the comments. And if you haven't yet, I would like you to subscribe and get the notifications. And most importantly, let me know how you're doing on your path. All right. Much peace, love, and soul light. Take good care.